What if the young miner that millions of people admire is actually standing on the edge every single season? What if one bad decision, one weak stretch of ground, or one broken machine could shake everything he has built? Parker Schnabel became a millionaire before most people found their first full-time job. By the age of 24, he had mined more than $13 million worth of gold. He reportedly earns up to $100,000 per episode on Gold Rush. He signs land deals worth millions. He runs crews, heavy equipment, and full-scale mining operations. On the surface, it looks like pure success. But here is the real question. Is Parker building something unstoppable? Or is he operating in a world where one bad season could hit harder than anyone expects? Stay with me until the end, because the final truth about his success is not what most people think. The first big misconception is simple. Many people believe Parker is rich because of television. They think the show made him wealthy. They assume network money protects him from failure. It sounds logical. Reality TV stars earn serious checks. But gold mining is not a studio job. It is one of the most expensive and risky businesses in the world. Before Parker makes a single dollar in profit, he spends millions. Fuel for heavy machines costs an enormous amount each season. A single large excavator can burn through thousands of dollars in fuel every week. When equipment breaks, and it always does, repairs can cost hundreds of thousands. Engines fail. Conveyors snap. Wash plants crack under pressure. None of that stops payroll. Workers must be paid on time. Land leases must be honored. Royalties must be delivered. Taxes must be handled. If the ground produces weak gold, the cameras cannot fix that problem. TV income helps, yes, but it does not replace production. Mining income is what keeps the operation alive. The second big misconception is that he was born rich. People hear about his grandfather and assume he inherited a giant gold empire. His grandfather, John Schnabel, ran Big Nugget Mine in Alaska. It was respected. It had history. But it was not a massive corporate operation printing money. It was a family mine built on hard work. Parker did not step into instant wealth. Instead, he made a choice that many adults would fear. He took his college fund, around $600,000, and invested it into mining equipment and land. He could have chosen safety. He could have chosen comfort. Instead, at just 18 years old, he chose risk. That decision led him to the Klondike, where he struck a deal with Tony Beats. Tony leased him ground, but the royalty deal was heavy. The more gold Parker mined, the higher the percentage he had to pay. On paper, it looked manageable. In practice, it became expensive fast. At one point, Parker openly admitted that if he continued mining under that structure without changes, he could go broke. That moment shocked viewers. It revealed a truth about mining that numbers alone do not show. Big gold totals do not equal easy money. You can pull thousands of ounces from the ground and still feel trapped by costs. Now, let's tackle the biggest question people ask. What is Parker Schnabel actually worth? When fans hear that he mined millions in gold, they often imagine that entire number landing in his bank account. But gold totals are revenue, not profit. Imagine mining $5 million worth of gold. From that number, subtract fuel, payroll, equipment leases, repairs, land royalties, transportation, insurance, and taxes. The remaining profit shrinks quickly. Then consider what Parker does with that profit. He reinvests it. He buys new wash plants to increase recovery rates. He upgrades pumps to move more water. He secures new claims to expand operations. He strengthens his fleet of trucks and excavators. Instead of living wildly, he grows the machine that produces the gold. Reports suggest he earns around $2 million per season from television. That is serious income. But even that money often flows back into expansion. In mining, strong cash reserves are safety. A single shutdown due to weather or permit delays can drain funds fast. That is why Parker focuses on growth and stability instead of flashy spending. Yes, he owns solid trucks built for rough terrain. Yes, he travels. But compared to many young millionaires, his lifestyle appears controlled. Mining rewards discipline and punishes excess. Then came one of the boldest moves of his career. He purchased Dominion Creek for around $15 million. Many experienced miners were stunned. That kind of investment carries enormous pressure. To justify that purchase, Parker must hit strong production targets year after year. If gold recovery drops, the financial weight becomes intense. Operating costs do not pause. Fuel bills continue. Workers expect pay. Equipment still needs maintenance. Loans, if present, must be serviced. Some critics labeled the move reckless. Others called it visionary. The truth lies in the balance. Large ground offers large potential. It also offers large exposure. There have been seasons when things almost collapsed. Major equipment failures have slowed operations for weeks. Permit issues have forced temporary shutdowns. Weather has frozen pay dirt at the worst possible moment. In those times, cash reserves shrink quickly. Stress rises. Doubt creeps in. That is when leadership becomes visible. Parker does not panic publicly. Instead, he shifts strategy. He tests new cuts. He studies drill data. He moves wash plants to stronger areas. He adjusts quickly. Adaptation keeps him in the game. Another concern viewers raise is whether he is simply too aggressive. Is he expanding too fast? Is he chasing bigger numbers just to prove something? It is a fair question. Mining has destroyed fortunes when pride replaced patience. But Parker's approach shows a pattern. He takes risks, yes. But he studies ground reports carefully. He watches recovery rates. He calculates operating costs. He learns from past mistakes. That does not remove risk. It reduces blind risk. His personal life has also felt the pressure of his ambition. In 2016, he dated Ashley Yule, who joined him during a mining season. Later, Parker admitted publicly that he failed to make the relationship a priority. Long months in remote camps are hard on any connection. Mining demands full attention. Success in business can come at a personal cost. That moment humanized him. It showed that gold totals do not protect you from real-life consequences. Some viewers wonder about the authenticity of the show itself. Is it scripted? Reality television is edited. Drama is shaped. Arguments are highlighted. But the gold is real. The land is real. The financial stakes are real. No production team can fake thousands of ounces season after season without reality catching up. When Parker looks tense during weigh-ins, it is not acting. It is the pressure of numbers that decide profit or loss. So what is the deeper truth about Parker Schnabel? He is not just lucky. He is not simply a TV creation. He is a young businessman operating in one of the most unpredictable industries in the world. He earns millions, but he also risks millions. Every season places him at the edge of success and setback. One weak year could hurt him badly. That is the nature of mining. And here is the final factor that will always decide his future. Discipline. As long as he manages risk carefully, studies the ground honestly, and reinvests wisely, he remains strong. The moment expansion outpaces production or emotion replaces calculation, the balance shifts. Mining rewards patience. It punishes ego. That is why his story continues to capture attention. It is not just about gold. It is about risk, pressure, leadership, and decision-making under extreme conditions. Parker stands at that edge every year. Success and failure sit close together. He keeps digging anyway. He keeps betting on data, on hard work, and on long-term vision. Is he a genius? In many ways, yes. Is he vulnerable? Absolutely. Like every miner, he depends on what lies beneath the ground. But the reason he keeps rising is not luck. It is preparation meeting opportunity. And as long as that balance remains intact, Parker Schnabel will continue turning dirt into gold, even while the risk never truly disappears.